in Portugal poked home from close range on the half-hour mark. Congo were then awarded a controversial penalty, which was converted by Sylvia Gamvula, who plays for Young Boys in Switzerland, after Gambia's captain Omar Colley was adjudged to have handled the ball. Television replays saw the ball had hit him on the shoulder blade, but there was no video assistant referee VAR in the operation for the match. Being 2-0 down at halftime, coach Tom Sanfied knew attacking football was his only option for an unlikely comeback. So it was that three substitutes, Yankuba Minte, Ablai Jallo and Mohamed Badamosi, came in to boost the Gambia's attack. Their introductions changed the team's approach and the mood and momentum of the match. Gambia were now the team on top. They attacked with flair, exchanging beautiful passes, putting Congo under intense pressure. Late on, emotions ran high. There were nervy moments on the bench, but tears of emotion and joy rolled down Yankuba Minte's cheeks at full time. He had made an unforgettable debut, crowned by scoring the goal which dragged his team back into the match and gave them hope that they could pull it off. For Congo, a team 13 places higher than Gambia on the FIFA rankings, there was utter dejection and heartbreak. Despite having to dig deep to achieve this success, coach Tom Sanfied and team captain Omar Colley in the post-match press conference were positive about the dramatic comeback.
We had maybe too much respect, but I think we had also too much nerves. We didn't come in the game. We gave the game to our opponent. And in halftime, I was not angry. I told guys, first of all, let's start playing football. Let's keep the ball, and don't go for the goal immediately. Don't, because if you're going to chase the goal, you're going to concede maybe a third goal. And we said, play football on the half of the opponent, get confidence, and get joy in the game again, and that goal will come. And I'm very proud that from the start in the second half, we got control in the game, we created opportunities, and the boys scored in the deciding moments, the important goals.
It's been a tough road, it's been a long road, we suffered, but at the end of the day, we did it, we made it. I'm proud of my team, and also we would like to thank the Gambian fans, from the government, GFF, the people abroad and in the Gambia, for their wonderful support and prayers.
While the team celebrated another AFCON qualification in Morocco, hundreds of fans thronged Westfield to celebrate what is continuing unbelievable success story of the Scorpions. Gambia reached the quarterfinals in their first AFCON appearance in Cameroon. How far can the team go in Côte d'Ivoire? Mamoudou Gajaga, QTV News.
Congratulations to Team Gambia, and we wish them all the best in their upcoming games. Moving on, stakeholders in the maritime sector are currently undergoing 5 days training and policy development to devise a national oil spill response strategy for the Gambia. The training is organized by the Gambia Maritime Administration and the National Disaster Management Agency, supported by the Global Initiative for West, Central and Southern Africa. Ansumane Sonyasi reports.
This convergence seeks to usher in appropriate legal instruments and plan to curb the impact of our exposure and vulnerability to petroleum products. It comes amidst growing interest in oil exploration in the Gambia. These stakeholders will, in the coming days, lead national efforts to develop the country's first ever oil spillage disaster management and risk reduction response plan. Luis Moses Mendy, Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Transport, Works and Infrastructure, described it as a necessity made even more imperative following the country's ratification of the Oil Pollution Preparedness, Response and Cooperation OPRC 1990 Convention in 2019.
This will ensure that we have the strategies to mitigate any eventuality or presence of the oil spillage in our environment, as they pose threats that could be far-fetching in terms of our economical benefits, our social and health implications.
Sana Dahaba, the Executive Director of the National Disaster Management Agency, commended stakeholders and partners such as IMO and GWACAF for their show of interest, technical and financial support, adding that oil spills involving heavy oil pose serious environmental threats that have far-reaching economic and health implications, especially to coastal states.
I am urging all of us to take this training and development of the plan wholeheartedly, to apply the knowledge and skills gained from the technical expertise to our respective jurisdictions. Therefore, the know-how, skills, or knowledge and application, is incumbent on every institution to help protect safer and build resilient communities and the country.
Anas Guli, GWACAF project manager, says her organization attaches keen interest on the development of this plan and highlights how its development and implementation is essential for effective disaster management and risk reduction. She gives assurances of GWACAF's support, especially during the implementation process.
As you may know, the GIWACAF project, established in 2006, aims to strengthen the capacity of countries to prepare for and respond to marine oil spills by promoting cooperation between the public and the private sectors, in particular the oil and gas industry. This workshop is the sixth joint effort between the Gambian authorities and the GIWACAF project. Our cooperation is therefore a long-term one.
Oil spills can endanger public health, drinking water, devastate natural resources, and disrupt the economy. It can also harm sea creatures and make seafood unsafe to eat. It is therefore hoped that with the development of the country's first ever response plan, the Gambia will be better positioned to respond and mitigate the impact of oil spills if they happen. Ansumane Sonyasi for KTV News.
That story by Ansumane Sonyasi takes us to our commercial break, but when we return, we have more stories for you. Do stay tuned.
waaw du gis ngeen daw si ba mu amee sikki sàkkane armante mi dañoo wecc ay cafkaam ba ñu ko ubbilee siwo bi ba xet gi dugg ko cam billahi la mu yëg bari na armante ñaar fukki at ak nangam ba mu ne cëpp ci réew mi ba tey mësula wecc doxalin mësula wecc cafkaan
bu leen ci am benn ñaari xel man mii di jaay lépp luy produit gi armante rek am naa ko am na 500 millilitres 1000 millilitres ak 5 kilos ba noppi nag am 750 ml bi nga xam ne mi ngi toj réew mi gis nga armante Eva Protect Milk bi mooy mos dolli te armante spaghetti bii ngay gis moo dàq ci spaghetti yi
gis nga armante bottom margarine bi noonu la gënee ci yow mi nga xamante ne yaa ngi jaay tàngane ci Johnson bi comme bi fi armante la dugal sa waa ñoddi sa kombe bi gis ngeen lii sardañ la da nga gis boobu jën bi dafa neex gis nga meew ko ndig mil bi armante ko fi indi moom mi dafa sakkan xoolal xale bi nu muy naanee banana milk bi gis ngeen flamingo oil bi dem leen ci bépp boutique bépp supermarket ci bépp marché
armante ki prodogam kenn mënu koo ceeñ
armante ba ndax moo di good quality.
Welcome back. If you're just tuning in, you're watching QTV News, and I am Asma Uba. Now, the Gambia Red Cross Society commemorated World First Aid Day on Saturday to raise awareness of the significance of first aid in saving lives. The event was marked with a national first aid competition among Red Cross volunteers on first aid delivery.
World First Aid Day is celebrated every year on the second Saturday of every September to create awareness of the importance of first aid and how it can provide people with the fundamental treatment needed for their injury. This event by the Gambia Red Cross Society is aimed at improving the knowledge of participants in the life-saving skills. Alassane Senghor, the Secretary General of the Gambia Red Cross Society, spoke about the importance of first aid in saving lives.
Well, firstly, the Red Cross is a Gambia Red Cross. It belongs to all Gambians. It's here for Gambians. It's here to save humanity and also to serve them. It's also the ownership is not only those of us who work for Red Cross or volunteer for Red Cross. It's for the Gambians to own up to it. Owning up to it means they contribute to it, but they also use the services that exist. For example, the first aid training is everyone's business, and anyone can come and access that services. So I think, one, we are asking all Gambians to sign up to our first aid training for their own benefit and for the benefit of Gambians within the communities. Secondly, to continue to support the Red Cross.
This year, the World First Aid Day theme is First Aid in the Digital World, which promotes using digital tools like mobile apps, online videos, and courses, and its resources that aid first aid education. Fabakary Kale is president of the Gambia Red Cross Society.
Our purpose is to protect life and dignity. And The world is moving. We need to follow them because that's where life and dignity is now. I know there are a lot of platforms that we use currently to teach first aid. One among them is the Global First Aid Reference, which is a platform created by the International Federation of the Red Cross. Please make best use of that platform. You will have a YouTube channel that will teach you first aid practically. You will have an online course that you can help enhance your capacity. This is the idea.
Ismaila Sonko, the chairperson of Gambia Red Cross Society Youth Commission, says the event was successful because of the commitment, dedication, and collaboration of all.
Let us remember that our strength lies in our diversity. Our success is rooted in our ability to work hand in hand by embracing diversity, fostering collaboration, and creating an inclusive environment.
Jabu Juf from North Bank Red Cross won the Most Outstanding Female First Aider, while the Most Outstanding Male First Aider was won by Ibrahim Dimbalan from Banjul Red Cross. Kanifi Municipality Red Cross branch were crowned as champions of the First Aid competition with 38 points. Banjul Red Cross branch second with 36 points. And defending champions West Coast Region Red Cross came third with 28 points. For QTV News, Lamin Alaifandindao.
Let's now take a look at some business news. Njai Charahwal Market graduated the first cohort of women and men entrepreneurs after an intensive 3-month course on basic business training and entrepreneurial skills. Julian Njai attended the graduation in Bakau and she now reports.
Hundreds, including the Minister for Trade, Babukar Ojuf, gathered at the Friendship Hotel in Bakau for the first graduation of women entrepreneurs. National Assembly members and QTV's marketing manager, Buri Sen, also attended. Malia Sabali, the training coordinator, congratulates the graduates for their hard work and dedication.
Women empowerment is empowering the women to take their own decisions for personal growth and development as well as social development. It means encouraging women to be self-reliant and financially independent. When women are empowered, they are able to pursue paid stable employment, poverty rates decrease, food insecurity, nutrition, and overall wellness of their family increases.
Motsad, CEO of Njai Charahwal Market, expressed appreciation for all those who helped him in make this dream a reality. Mr. Sar urged the graduates to keep investing in their businesses to be successful entrepreneurs.
We promise you that we will work with you in cordial collaboration. Whatever will make this country develop, I will join you in making it a reality. I don't want anything. I will give you whatever you want, but I will love for you to help these women for me, because they are vulnerable, but also hardworking. Helping them means helping me.
Babukar Ojuf, Minister for Trade, says the initiative is commendable as it is geared towards complementing government's job creation efforts.
I tell you, I have your list from the school. We will follow you. We'll provide you mentorship. We'll provide you coaching. We'll provide you support. Where we can provide you the grant, we will give it.
To further empower and support women, Abdubai, a representative from ASB, an Islamic microfinance company, pledged $10 million to support the women in their business. Adam Manjai, a graduate, thanked the CEO of Njai Charahwal Market for the life-changing opportunity. I started receiving goods from Njai Charah after Tobaski at the class. But before that, I took goods from him. and sold them on my own, but I was not making any profit. However, after joining his class, I was able to save up to $13,700. Other speakers included Suleiman Jame, the member for Bundunka Kunda, Yaya Sanyang, the member for Latrikunda, and Jundu Baji, a training consultant. They all urged the graduates to make the best use of the opportunity they have been given. The foundation intends to graduate 600 women entrepreneurs within 1 year to be self-employed and independent in a male-dominated sector. Jaichara has also supports vulnerable schools and daras with learning materials over the years. For QTV News, I am Julden Jai.
That story by Julden Jai takes us to international news in a moment. Now, veteran apartheid-era South African politician and Zulu chief Mangosuthu Buthelezi has died, aged 95, the country's president announced on Saturday. Prince Buthelezi played a prominent and controversial role in South African politics for almost half a century. More in this report by Mamoudou Mbouch.
South African President Cyril Ramaphosa says in a written statement, Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi has been an outstanding leader in the political and cultural life of our nation, including the ebbs and flows of our liberation struggle, the transition which secured our freedom in 1994, and our democratic dispensation. The Nelson Mandela Foundation says Buthelezi's life intersected at multiple points with Mandela's, and that his legacy was an imposing and complex one. One political analyst says Chief Buthelezi occupied an anomalous position within the politics of the anti-apartheid struggle. He was born in the province of KwaZulu-Natal in the southeast of the country and came from a long line of Zulu chiefs. According to many analysts, Chief Buthelezi forged his political clout, or some might say notoriety, in the 1970s when he accepted the post of Chief Minister of KwaZulu-Bantustan. Bantustans were so-called self-governing homelands based on tribal affiliation, which were seen by many black South Africans at the time as the apartheid state's attempt to legitimize the apartheid project and to deprive black South Africans of their citizenship by creating parallel territories corresponding to the state-designated ethnic group. Buthelezi's position appeared to bolster and support the apartheid state's sinister concept of separate development. While he enjoyed passionate support in his homeland, ANC supporters portrayed him as a collaborator with the country's white rulers. In 1975, he founded the Inkatha, meaning crown in Zulu, National Cultural Liberation Movement, which morphed into Inkatha Freedom Party in 1994. His relationship with the ANC broke down in 1979, and he became a thorn in the ANC's side. And in the early 1980s, right up to the eve of the first democratic election in 1994, confrontation between supporters of the two factions led to thousands of deaths. However, after the 1994 election, President Nelson Mandela included him in his cabinet as Minister of Home Affairs, a portfolio he kept during the first term of Thabo Mbeki's presidency. And he had also occasionally served as South Africa's acting president. With the decline of Inkatha in the 2014 elections, Buthelezi lost his cabinet post. He remained president of the Inkatha Freedom Party until 2019 and an MP until his death. Some analysts dispute the view that Buthelezi pursued an opportunistic and unprincipled policy. They describe him as the personification of both black nationalism and Zulu traditionalism, where his Zulu identity became the decisive compass for his career in politics, and that he personified the ambiguities between ethnic identity and national policy. His politics anticipated the variegated allegiances and interests that still resonate in today's South Africa. And just to boot, he also earned a place in the Guinness Book of Records with an address to the KwaZulu Legislative Assembly that ended 11 days after it began. For QTV News, I am Mamoudou Mbouch.
I'm afraid that's all we have for you on this news bulletin. Join us tonight at 8 p.m., 10 p.m. rather, for more news. Thanks for watching.